Salahuddin al-Ayubi, a name whispered with reverence by some and fear by others. A towering figure in history, Salahuddin's life was a tapestry woven with threads of piety, warfare, and political brilliance. Born in a time when the Muslim world was fragmented and under threat, Salahuddin rose to become a beacon of hope, a unifier and a formidable adversary to the invading Crusader armies. His story is not just a chronicle of battles won and lost, but a testament to the power of faith, strategy, and an unyielding commitment to justice. Salahuddin was born in 1137 AD in Tikrit, a city with a rich history on the banks of the Tigris River. His family of Kurdish ancestry held a respectable position, known for their military prowess. From a young age, Salahuddin displayed a keen interest in religious studies and military strategy. Little did anyone know that this young man would one day lead armies and reshape the political landscape of the entire region. Salahuddin's rise to power began in the service of his uncle Shirkuh, a prominent military commander under Nur ad-Din Zangi, the ambitious ruler of Syria. Salahuddin honed his military skills during campaigns in Egypt, a land then ruled by the Fatimid Caliphate, which was facing internal strife and external threats. His tactical acumen and courage in battle did not go unnoticed. After Shirkuh's death, Salahuddin, still a young man in his early 30s, was appointed vizier of Egypt. He quickly consolidated his power, ending the Fatimid Caliphate and declaring allegiance to Nur ad-Din in Damascus. This strategic move placed him at the helm of a powerful state, controlling both Egypt's resources and its strategic location. Following Nur ad-Din's death, Salahuddin skillfully maneuvered himself to become the undisputed leader of the Muslim forces. He understood that a fragmented Muslim world was vulnerable to the Crusader kingdoms that had taken root in the Holy Land. His vision was clear: to unite the Muslim forces under a single banner and drive the Crusaders out. This ambition led to the establishment of the Ayubid dynasty, which would rule over Egypt and Syria for several generations. Section 5. The Battle of Hattin, a decisive victory. By 1187, tensions between the Muslim forces under Salahuddin and the Crusader Kingdom of Jerusalem reached a boiling point. The spark that ignited the conflict was a raid led by Reynaud of Chatillon, a Crusader lord notorious for his brutality, on a Muslim caravan. Salahuddin, a man known for his patience and diplomacy, saw this as an act of war that could not be ignored. The two armies clashed near the Horns of Hattin, a volcanic hill overlooking the Sea of Galilee. Salahuddin's strategy was brilliant. He cut off the Crusaders' access to water, demoralizing and weakening them under the scorching summer sun. The Crusader army, thirsty and disoriented, was routed. The Battle of Hattin was a resounding victory for Salahuddin, marking a turning point in the Crusades. Section 6. Reclaiming Jerusalem, a moment of triumph and mercy. Following the victory at Hattin, Salahuddin's forces advanced on Jerusalem. The city, sacred to both Muslims and Christians, was heavily fortified, but the morale of the defenders was shattered. After a brief siege, Jerusalem surrendered to Salahuddin in October 1187. Unlike the brutal conquest of Jerusalem by the Crusaders in 1099, Salahuddin's entry into the city was marked by mercy and order. He allowed the Christian inhabitants to leave safely after paying a ransom. He also ensured the protection of holy sites, understanding their significance to both faiths. This act of clemency cemented his reputation as a just and compassionate ruler, even among his enemies. Section 7. A shrewd strategist and just ruler. Salahuddin was not just a formidable military commander, he was also a skilled administrator and a just ruler. He understood that military victories needed to be consolidated by a stable and prosperous realm. He reformed the Egyptian economy, patronized the arts and sciences, and built hospitals and schools. He was a devout Muslim, known for his piety and adherence to Islamic law. Section 8. Legacy of Salahuddin, a symbol of chivalry and courage. After the fall of Jerusalem, the Third Crusade was launched by European powers, led by figures like Richard the Lionheart. The ensuing years saw a series of battles and truces, with both sides displaying military prowess and strategic brilliance. Salahuddin and Richard I, though adversaries on the battlefield, developed a grudging respect for each other. Even in the midst of conflict, there are accounts of Salahuddin sending Richard I gifts and medicines when he fell ill. This chivalrous act, unheard of in those brutal times, further cemented Salahuddin's reputation as a noble and honorable leader. Section 9. Conclusion. The enduring legacy of a warrior king. Salahuddin died in 1193 in Damascus, the city he loved. Though his reign was relatively short, his impact on history was profound. He had united the Muslim world, successfully challenged the Crusader kingdoms, and left behind a legacy of tolerance, justice, and military brilliance. Salahuddin's story continues to resonate centuries later. He is remembered not just as a great Muslim leader, but also as an example of chivalry, courage, and strategic brilliance. His life serves as a reminder that even in times of conflict, it is possible to uphold the values of justice, compassion, and respect for one's adversaries.